Welcome to today's, at least first recording of Progress Not Perfection. My name's Dan. Thanks for hanging out with me. I've got a 16 by 20. Already put liquid white on it. Already got some purple mixed up on the canvas. Today is December 26th, 2025. So it's Friday, day after Christmas. Hope you had a great Christmas, whatever that looks like in your world. This year in this part of the world, my part of the world, it was certainly different than every other year past, and certainly some good, certainly some sad, and I'm feeling good to be on this side of Christmas Day this year, but yesterday was a good day. Yesterday was a good day. So we're going to paint. I'm going to paint in purple. If you've watched lots of the other episodes, you may have seen me paint in purple before. Story behind it. Purple's one of my favorite colors to paint wintertime in. Good friend was murdered, unfortunately. His favorite color was purple, and I'm going to be teaching painting that is mostly purple here in the next few weeks. So that's what we're going to do. So, like I said, got some purple mixed up on the canvas. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. What's on your mind? What's on your mind? Got a couple different shades of kind of a purpley, going from a stronger blue to a little more of the red side of purple. I'm just going to put it on the canvas and see what we get. See if we like it. If not, we'll adjust the color and keep on going. So I didn't pick up very much, as you can see. So I'm going to give it a fair pass and see what we think. We're a little too blue. I'm kind of liking it. I'm kind of liking the purple. I want to darken this left side a little bit. I just want to step back and kind of look at it from away from the light, because the bright studio light certainly does influence how the color looks to me real up close. At least my old eyes, it does. I like to peek at it through the camera just to try and see what it's going to look like to the viewer at home, because here, live and in person, this looks way more purple than it does on the camera right now. So that is just how that works. So I'm liking that purple where we're at there. I'm going to stay towards that kind of bluer side of my purple pile mix. Oh, and let's just kind of start again. We'll kind of darken some of that up there. There we go. That's a little darker, isn't it? Yeah. That's more what I had in mind. Making friends with this easel, getting more friendly with it. I do like having the dumbbells down on the feet. Just sort of helps it stay more steady. I've almost always liked to hold on to the side of my canvas or my easel while I'm doing kind of the big 2-inch brush strokes with either liquid white or putting on a sky and either water or ground color like this. Just kind of gets things rocking and rolling a little more than I want it to. I've sent brushes flying off the table before. That's just kind of funny. All right, well, I'm going to step back and kind of take a look at our first good pass of the sky here and see what we think. We're not going to focus too much on the sky today. I'm going to put some clouds in it. I just like doing clouds, so I definitely want to do that. But I'm liking where we're getting. Let's do one more, add a little more color to that sky. Look a little bit colder, a little bit more wintertimey. Now here in Ocala today, we're almost going to hit 80 degrees, I think. It's going to be like 70, sorry for blasting right in the microphone there, but it's going to be like, what did I hear, 78, 79 degrees today here, midday. And quite a bit of the country is getting some snow. So, wow. Come and visit us here in lovely Central Florida. Bring your patience with you if you're going to be new on our roads. Probably don't drive quite as fast as you do. If you're on vacation, behave like it. Slow down. What are you in such a big hurry for? That's a stressful way to be on vacation. Slow down. Look around. Turn off the GPS. There we go. Just soften that sky down a little bit. Now we're going to have some snow down here, so I'm just going to kind of clean off my brush. It's not going to just completely be water, I don't think. So we'll just put in some good shadowing here for any snow we're going to have. Like I said, it's a great way to clean off the brush. Super good way. All right, well, let's put some clouds down here at the horizon first. We'll have a few coming closer to us, as we do, just for fun. This out of the way. What should we do? Fan brush clouds today? Yeah, I think so. I like doing the round brush clouds in the painting before, one before that. I don't remember which in sequence that would be at this point, but I do like using that brush, that round brush for clouds. I'm also going to pause for hydration break. I've mentioned my lovely bottle from Grandin. I love my logo sticker. I think you ought to definitely get yourself, however you like to sign your paintings or whatever your thing is, you need to put your mark on. Make yourself a logo. Why not? Be proud of it. Put your mark on it, whatever it is. Initials, a cool design you like, a special symbol for family crest. I don't know. What's your idea? I'm not, don't. Not my way. I only got certain ideas. Somebody got to have better ideas than me. Gracious, we got. So man, make something that's cool to you. I put one on the lid of my laptop. Sometimes I'll be sitting in the coffee shop having a cup of coffee. People to ask me what my logo means. It's just a cool conversation starter, and then you find out cool things about people sitting next to you just over a sticker. I mean, how cool is that? So, I don't know. I like stuff like that now. I enjoy that kind of cool stuff. Oh, if that's not your bag, don't worry about it. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Now we'll just put a cloud or two down here. Oh yeah, maybe that just kind of floats that way. We'll just keep that brush moving. You just be gentle with it. I just sort of talk to the cloud while it's moving. I used to talk to the brush. Brush will get a little fresh with you every now and then and think it knows better. It knows better. It doesn't. You just got to keep it moving. The cloud knows. The cloud knows what it wants, not the brush, not me. Cloud. Cloud is what's driving the show there. When that made sense to me, actually it doesn't. It still doesn't make sense to me. But when I grasped that and got out of the way, shoo-wee, did this comfort with painting and just being okay with whatever happens. And I, I don't know what I used to worry about so much and what my painting looked like. I'm glad I'm free of that though, because when it happened for me, and I'm just willing to keep rolling with whatever happens, and I'm okay with how it looks, whatever that might be. I just, whew, that is a That is a happy place to paint from, I got to tell you. Let's go this way this time. Feels like these might go this way, huh? Heck, there's tons of people that paint things. I would use the word better, but I don't mean that as a negative towards my painting. I'm talking about if my request was, hey, can you paint something that looks like a tiger or the dog or this very specific person? Paint doesn't fall out of my brush that way. I don't know. That doesn't come from into my gift warehousing. So I love to see it come out of somebody else because it's not how I do it. But it's not a contest between me and them. I don't know. I just fun stuff. Fun stuff. Just different perspective. Oh, let's not do too many more clouds. That one's kind of a rock star right out of the box, isn't it? Just let it be its thing. We'll give it one friend. Every cloud needs a friend, even a rock star. Play a rock star, why not? What they give the rest of us. I hope they've got a cool friend deep down. What a lonely thing, if not. That would make me sad. Where are you going, Cloud? Going this way? Okay. Ooh, we go that way. That's nice and bright, huh? You want to go the other way? Okay. There you go. You go. There you go. Thanks for playing along. That was fun. Would you travel for Christmas? People come see you? You do special food for Christmas? Ooh, we do some good food. I'm about to give you some Wilcox family secret stuff here. You want to have the best sandwich you have ever had in your life. We have learned over years and years of patronage and support of the Sloppy Joe sandwich from the Town Hall Delicatessen in South Orange, New Jersey. Make it, talk about them every year. I use seedless rye, turkey, roast beef, Swiss cheese, my homemade version of Russian dressing, which I just use mayo and ketchup, and coleslaw. Make it like a club sandwich, so there's 2 full layers of that. Have time to have it in the fridge for at least a couple of hours or overnight if you can, and serve it. Oh, greatest sandwich ever invented. And we love it. Finished those off last night. Tonight we're going to do a surf and turf with a family recipe of a delicious glazed. It's marinating right now. Some beef tenderloin medallions. Gosh, have you seen the price of beef tenderloin or decent steaks these days? They've lost their mind. I scored some good little medallions at Publix that were not that crazy a price, thank goodness. So, anywho, so what are we going to do here? We're painting purple. What if we put a mountain off in the distance, have some trees coming, and we're going to put a cabin in this one? I think I've told you before, I don't paint a lot of cabins. And people love to paint cabins in class. So we're going to paint, let's do a cabin. So we've got a good example here. And then we'll do a mountain and get on with the cabin here shortly. I'm just going to make a lighter bit of this lavender. So this mountain will look way off in the distance. We don't want a lot of detail on this mountain. I don't anyway. There we go. I'm comfortable being right there, I'd say. Where are we going to put our mountain? Sure, we put our mountain all the way back to that side? Yeah, okay. Maybe we'll frame it with a big tree view or something. All right, I'll go with that. Why don't we have our mountain kind of I do like big mountains, though. We put some snow on this one? I think we should. Sounds like something we do, doesn't it? I like that. Good purple, huh? What do you think about that? I am digging that. Yeah. Scrape this off, give it a little shape, put a little highlight on it, and keep right on rolling. Dig that, dig that, dig that. Oh, what are we doing here? Let's do that with a 1-inch brush. Let's grab it and pull it. We have them all come this way, I think. We'll just be up against this kind of mountainy kind of thing, all coming towards us here. We'll be right up against this little ridge kind of deal. I like that. Yeah, we'll put some cool trees in front of that here in a minute. Yeah. I like where we're going here. Don't have to see all the way, just have an idea of the next step. And step on. Be able to see the next step shortly. If not, just wait momentarily, then you will know. Yeah, I like that. Kind of looks like some sunrise back behind it, doesn't it? Maybe not sunrise, maybe it's just the direction the sun is coming from or reflecting back towards. I don't know. Let's just put on a little highlight back here, see what we like. Put some snow on it, but I don't want it to be super bright on this mountain. I don't want this mountain to feel like it's too close to us. So a little highlight. We'll come back for a little shadow color in a second. I am using a little bit of the lavender color in there because I don't want it to be super bright white. It doesn't feel like it would be catching that much light to me in here. So if it's too bright, we'll fix it. Run a little color over it or something. Excuse me, a little tickle in my nose. Sometimes that squeaks on my microphone, I've noticed, and that drives me crazy. I hope nobody else notices it, but gosh, I do sometimes. All right. I'm going to switch to the small blade here in a second because I really like using that in some of these smaller areas on some of these kind of rocky faces. I just feel like I can pull in these fun kind of, places where maybe some of these big slabs of rock have slipped off over the millennia because of glacier movement or earthquakes or who knows what, man. I like thinking about stuff like that while I paint. I think that's cool. Come in and vary the colors. Get one you don't like, change it. Don't be afraid of it. What would you do if you knew going in you can't make a mistake? What would you at least try? What sounds like fun to you? Always wanted to try. You don't have to tell me. Tell yourself. I got to tell you, for a lot of things, I'm still looking for the answer to that. I don't know. Maybe I did know it, and then I ran from it, or was afraid of it in some capacity, or have forced myself to forget it since I hadn't pursued it. I don't know. That's something I'm working on. I don't remember if I've mentioned it recently or at all, but I do see a wonderful counselor, and I have years of history of counselor patient relations. So we have a very wonderful, I have a great comfort in communicating with her, and I trust her wisdom and the relationship we've built over the years, because she can call BS when I'm trying to fool myself on something. And to have someone in your life that has that ability and does it with the right intentions and the right way, oh my goodness, what a gift. I mean, never knew I needed that, and now I've got it. And I'm grateful. So grateful. So if you pull something new out in front and you want it to tuck back, well, just pull something back in front of it a little bit. I'll tuck it back in. That's what I wanted to do with that kind of darker run. Let me see how this is looking through the camera. See if you guys can even see that very well over on that right side. I forgot about that. All right. Well, like I said, this isn't going to be the superstar, so we're going to tap that out and push that back and get on with this a little bit. We can use this. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. 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 I do like a strong mountain like that. I do. I do. I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So let's kind of bring out our first footy hill of this towards our big run of trees that's going to come down this kind of way. So I want to put the cabin over here, I think. So that's kind of what I'm going to keep charging ahead with. So let's grab some purple here, lavender, whatever we're calling this. Oh, and we're going to bring this down from, about right here, that we're going to say we can start seeing these trees coming at us a bit, okay? How's that? There we go. There they go. And now they're going to be ready to switch up and start getting a little bigger for us. Yeah, how much taller do we want to get? Not too much taller, I don't think. So let's just kind of soften our extreme height explosion there. We'll still give ourselves some downward dark to work with for shadows, and whether we're putting that in snow, is this going to be a lake? I haven't, that spirit hasn't moved me yet. I don't know the answer to that. But let's just kind of soften some background, give ourselves some filler, tap and crash. Don't slide here. Don't slide. Don't slide. Let the brush do the work. Brush wants to show you what it can do. Let it do it. Let it do it. You'll be proud of it. And you'll get all the credit. How crazy is that? The brush just wants to do it for you. But you get all the credit. It's pretty cool. I bet we're going to start seeing some details on some of these trees pretty soon, wouldn't you think? Yeah, let's start seeing some tree branches, pine needly, a little bit more branch type details. I agree. Absolutely. Don't get ahead of me. Let's do it together. We don't have to be in a rush. We got nowhere to be. It's the day after Christmas. Our wonderful country has welcomed tons of different cultures and belief systems over the years, so you can dream it up. You can find that cuisine to enjoy today, even the day after Christmas. So you ain't in a hurry to do nothing. Let's relax, especially on the road. Give people some space, give them some time. Got to toot at somebody at a red light because they're checking a text or replying to something. Just give it a gentle toot toot. We've all been there. They're not holding you up on purpose to keep you from whatever speedy, ultra important errand you're on. So let's just a little toot toot there. Just kind of, it's a gentle nudge. Hey, light change. That's all we got to tell each other. Let's not start World War III over a traffic light changing from red to green. Okay. You know what we could even do is, if you're not from around the area, put your phone down. Look around. Find something cool that interests you local. Cool looking restaurant. Cool looking souvenir to stop and meet the owner of a store, or people hanging out outside doing something. Just put the phone down. Look around. Let's enjoy where we're at. I don't know. Just an idea. Something I'm trying to do. I ain't telling you what you got to do. Just an idea. I am trying to be a much more kinder, gentler version of Dan than I have been in the past, though. I hope you do the same. Yeah, let's do a little something with this. A friend of mine named Randy said he wanted to be a kinder, gentler version of all that. Said that a few years ago, and his wife finally says to him, "Don't be kinder, be gentler, be that sort of thing. Just be kind, be gentle." So she is wise, much wiser than us. So yes, listen to wise suggestions like that. And he has done a very, very good job at that. So yeah, we'll set some of this way back. Let some of this get a little closer. And start feeling like our snowy little valley kind of begins here. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We're right up here on this snowy edge, huh? That's what it's feeling like. That's what it's feeling like is happening. What? Ooh, that happened quick for me. Sometimes they happen that way. Ooh, I like it. I like it. That looking like through the old viewfinder. Ooh, I like how the purple's darkening up a bit there. Cool. All right, well, let's soften that down a little bit. That's a little further in than I thought it should be. Yeah, that feels a little better. Don't be afraid to do this. If you want to change your mind and go back and change things a little bit, as long as we go gently, boy, we can do this several times. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't change like you like. That's all right. Learn from it. Let it be. Let it teach you something. You can always go right back over it. I'm going to pull some snow in it. Absolutely going to pull some snow. Don't want it to look too close yet. Not too close. Not too close. Ooh, let's use that cloud brush that was so fun to drive before. We'll sneak some more white paint in that way. How about that, huh? And play with this both ways. You can pull paint in this way away from your woods or go up the hill towards it. It's really your comfort and preference. Try it both ways, definitely. You'll get a different little bit different pull of paint off the brush. At least I feel that way. I'd love to know what you decide to do and how it feels in your hand and which way you decide you favor. Yeah, I love hearing the story how it felt so good when I did it that way. Yes, that's the right way. I think that's how it happens to us all. So share those stories. I don't ever want to have a kingdom, but I'm kind of a dork and I'm kind of a geek. So I think I'm going to call it a geekdom. So share cool stories and geekdoms that you're a part of. If you like doing something like that, well, there's other people that do too or would like to see it. So, and I are one of them like that. So float that out to your geekdomness. And I hope good things, good responses are sent your way in droves and droves from things like that, because they should be. I think it's great. Great fun. All right, I always like to kind of knock the chunks of purple you pick up off the fan brush just so I can come back and soften this, because certainly this wouldn't be so bright back here, at least in my head. Those could just be the shadows and dark thoughts in my head, though. Soften some of that down. Barely touching here, barely blending this down. Barely soften it, barely touch. Love all those shadows we left. It just happens. Don't overthink it. You don't have to. Don't overplan it. Don't overwork it. Just go with what happens. Go with what happens. So let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, I like our stand of trees there. Should we put our cabin on the left? What if we put our cabin here? Would you put your cabin here, maybe with that as your backdrop? Ooh, what if we put our cabin kind of here? Then we'll put a big tree behind it there. Something there, you think? You like our cabin here? I'm going to give it a go to. It's what's feeling kind of froggy to me. I've got a little brown on the palette. Kind of scratch out where I'm going to put that cabin. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. I'm not scraping off a whole lot of paint, just right here. I'm kind of thinking we're going to have our cabin sit. Let's kind of have the roof go that way and a little bit this way, so that underhang will be this way, sides down this way, and the front right here. Huh? Why not? Yeah, see, I didn't have much paint there, and that's okay. So we'll just put the front on with some brown that has some titanium white streaking through it. I like to make myself a few different flavors of this. I can start pretty dark for the brown and then lighten it with its own highlight or a little bit of other white. So just me. You decide how you like to do it. So we just need to have kind of our underhanging eave, this back eave, where we'll put some highlight on the top side. We'll get the front part of our cabin to come down. Let's pull down this side first. A little bit of that side. Roll the paint, reset real good. Pull it down. think I've shared with you, I don't paint a lot of cabins. I do like them. I like the way they look. Let's get the front, kind of that dark base color. And again, we'll shape it. We're just getting the dark on there. Just getting the dark. How tall that cabin's going to be. Side put in here in a second. Darn it, I squeak in my nose again. Sorry about that. So then we'll just have the side of our cabin that'll be kind of coming off this way a bit. And that way. Set my paint very well on the knife. There we go. I don't want the world's most giant cabin, so let's kind of taper down that enthusiasm right there. There we go. That's a good distance, good size of a cabin, I'm going to say. Yeah, let's get some snow on that. We'll figure out where we're going to put, putting in a chimney, new windows, all kinds of cool stuff. Put some highlights on some of those sides. So we'll have I am cautious approaching the brown edge. Discovered yellow snow as a youngster, thanks to a smart alecky old brother that I was certainly dumb enough to follow and be victimized a few times. So I'm cautious of brown snow. I'll let you figure out the exact whys. I'm not afraid to step back, look at a cabin, and decide I either don't love a part or change it or whatever. See, I'm not worried about this back piece because we're going to have a tree there. Not worried about that piece at all. I really do like that fat, snowy edge. Bit of a trick sometimes. This thick, thick, thick titanium white just needs a little coax to get off the knife. There we go. So let's put in a few little highlights on the front piece of some of that. I'm going to use the small edge of the knife just so I can kind of help set the edge where I'd like to see it in my mind. Barely touching. Just to get in some color on the wood. Getting some color. I may have to come back and touch it a little more. Some will look like boards, perhaps. That's when you get lucky. We get lucky a lot. That color change for you. Use different values. Different light bouncing around your valley, or just different weathering on your cabin over the years, whatever. Or the consistent traditional lighting. Do whatever you want. Just give yourself some variation. If it's too bright, this is hitting me a little too bright. I got no paint. I'm trying to be the most gentle creature I've ever been in my life. And just barely kissing that thing. Just to barely knock the sharps off of some of those. That makes sense. I really do. Because if you need that, boy, that really helps. There we go. I like that little bit of dark. Let's give ourselves a nice door right there in the front. Maybe we'll put a little window on the side. Nice little door there on the front. I like that. Got a little window. Little window on the side. Need to be able to see where the corner of our cabin is, don't we? There we go. That's a little more better. And we'll take care of some of this underneath part here with some snow and stuff coming right up to the cabin, so don't worry about that. We will take care of that. I do need a little liquid white put around those doors. Oh, show. Told you we don't make mistakes. See, it just looks like a little snow in the door jamb now, doesn't it? Isn't that fun? Don't be afraid of it. It cannot mess you up. It cannot hurt you. Put a little on there you don't mean to, like on the edge of this door jamb. Just rub it. Just rub it. Straight up and down, right through it. It just wears it into the scene. So let's put a little snowy bit around our little window here. Maybe it's got a little buildup of snow on it. Ooh. Cold, huh? Got one of those little crosses you can kind of see, you know, the little window panes in the middle. I don't know. Let's give it just the idea. I like it if you got it. Little shaky hand. Still can work. There we go. That's all we need. Let's do a little, got to do a chimney. I love doing a little chimney on a roof like that. A little paint thinner, a little bit of that brown. Excuse me. Let's see which way we're going to have our smoke go. That way. Okay, let's have our chimney be right here. How about that? Chimney. Smoke. Let that natural little twister in your hand just go for you. How awesome does that feel? gosh, I can just hear that wood crackling in that fireplace. Smell that incredible smoky smell. Can't you smell that? Well, it's cold here, but I bet. Well, I bet that'd be fun. I have to take back, step back every now and then, boy. Painting will just overtake your emotions and just let them come. I hope it happens for you like that. I hope. A little kiss of snow. Seat that chimney down in there for us. Just a little around his foots. Schmutz down onto that roof that he would do that with. Knowingness like that. Just put the idea there. Just the idea. Whew. I just need a moment. Oh, I like that. I enjoyed that. That was cool. Thank you. Okay. Here we go. Quick sip of water. Excuse me. Well, how am I doing on time? I did the liquid white to try to do this faster for you. 46 minutes. All right, well, we're getting there. We're getting there, aren't we? Let's grab some good white. Put in some snow. And be careful of your brown snow, brown snow. We're going to pull this guy up here in front, right up in here. Okay, let's just kind of go right up to him this way. Brown snow, warning, warning, warning. Yeah, that can happen. It's okay to get some, because this would certainly be a trafficked area, wouldn't it, as far as foots and animals or visitors or what have you. I like to get that first pass in there just to be on the safe side. There we go. That's better. Brown off of there and just pull it back in and reset it how you're looking to have it. Don't overthink it. Don't over touch it, Dan. Dan, just don't over touch it. I like to come back and just soften this a little bit. So I got no new paint on the brush. So wiped it, a bunch of it out actually. And I'm just gonna, some of that needs to be shadow. See how that turns into shadow for us about the cabin? But you don't, I don't want lots of brown snow at the party. I do not. Because it stinks. Doo-doo poo, doo-doo snow, doo-doo snow. See? So we're just gonna let our awesomeness join this valley right here. How do you like that? I'm cool with that. I want a fence. Do you mind if I put a little fence there? I love a little fence. Let's see if you like this. I hope you do. I hope this will at least be okay with you. Let me see what we get. Give you a little fence. I always wind up holding too many brushes. I know. But let's just have a little fence. I think you'll like how this feels. We'll have just a little fence post back there. Get a little taller as it's coming up the hill towards us. We'll just have it come right up here to the side of the cabin. How you feel about that? We'll have it join right up here to a post, almost like a gate. How about we do that? Is that okay? Hope you don't mind. Just looked like a fence needed to go there, didn't it? Sure did to me. Make this one a little darker. Let it kind of clean out that brush and a little more brown for it. There we go. Now let's just have one little post coming that way. Have a couple of posts coming up the hill. And I have an X on the gate. Okay. Make a little gate feel like that. How you like that? I like that. I like that a lot. I love a little fence like that. Love a little fence like that. Just need a little snow on the boards. Just a little snow on the boards. Ooh, cold. Cold, baby. Mom is on the phone with her sister. They have the kind of sisterly bond that anyone with a brother or sister, I think, dreams of. And they're terrific together. I mean that very sincerely. But the part they don't realize is they get enthusiastic about a conversation and the volume is incredible. I think that's where I get it as well. I've been known to get pretty loud and animated as well. So I'm not throwing stones. I'm just commenting and enjoying. A little something around the base. I would just use a fan brush and drag in a little snow. We ain't got to do much there. Just dragging a little something by his foots. Just a little something. Makes him feel part of the club. There you go, Mr. Fence. Welcome to the valley. Now, we were talking about a big old tree up here, and that's where I'm ready to go. Big tree land. Big tree land. Oh, you know what? Let's do a tree that size and then kind of a bushy one. That's what I want to do. So we're going to do, let's do kind of a tree. More just traditional kind of beautiful evergreen tree. Not quite the giant I had in mind first. And that's good. That's good. I like rethinking things from time to time and just go with what happens. Rethink it. Trust that if you asked for a little clarification or guidance on what you thought you were going to do with that one, when you get the answer, proceed, Dan. Proceed. Don't freeze. Gently proceed. Like that. I love it how the snow just starts to soften like that. Just really enjoy that every time. Putting some snowy highlight on these. Step back and see how we're doing there in the camera. I like how that looks. There, a little softer on that one, but let's put in some dark now. Don't have a dark brush yet, so let's do that with this. Just making a little darker purple. Kind of ran myself out and mixed in some white there, so just getting that onto the 1-inch brush, I can just give us something beautiful to put some bright, snowy, beautiful, frozen kind of, what do they call it? Ice fog, I think. I've heard from a few different people over the years. Ice fog is the real thing. That'll just kind of tuck that back there a bit. Ooh, you want to use the round brush for some highlights? I'm with you. I'm with you. Little liquid white, little titanium white. Yep, I'm right there with you. Just get that tapped in real nice. I like to vary the strength of those colors, the white or whatever highlight I'm using, just so it just looks like it's taken on a little different personality in that little part, you know? That also helps me keep from just smacking in the same shape, which I just have that sort of zone out feature to my brain that I can sort of still be present in body, but the mind has ventured off. And that's just how it is. So I try to be aware of it, draw myself back in like it just happened just there a second ago. That is a little bluer than I wanted it to be, so let's just kind of see if we can make friends with it here as it joins the party with some shadowy, snowy feel to it. We'll decide, we will decide. And just kind of see, how do we feel about where we are as a fam. Yeah, I kind of like pushing this edge back a little bit there. Ooh, is that turning into a pond over here? Could it do that? We bring this down and make this kind of a pondy area. Can you see that happening right here? I like that. That feels pretty cool there, doesn't it? Yeah, let's make our little cabin a little fishing retreat sort of thing. Yeah, we'll cap this in with a, yeah, I see where you're going. I see it now. You were hiding it from me. Well played indeed. Well, yeah, let's just get you a big tree over here and start getting some highlights. And the party can continue. I may have got myself to a position where I actually have to get more white out of the tube. I give people such grief in class for that. For like, my goodness, what are you doing with my white paint? Are you eating it? What's the story? I guess I'd have to ask myself the same questions if I'm truly going to have to reload. Huh? Damn, what are you doing? Eating that paint? No, nope. I polluted it. I wasn't paying it. Well, I was paying attention. I crashed right into it with a dirty brush. That's what I did. That's kind of cool. That grassy area just sort of showed up, didn't it? I like that. Feels soft and quiet and still and cold and peaceful and serene and deep in thought, doesn't it? I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. All right, well let's get ourselves another big old tree friend. Be my tree friend, won't you be? Modifying that color down from a little blue, so I'm just adding a little more crimson so I can purple it off a bit just to change it from this. We'll probably put a little something in there too just to knock it around a bit. Got to do the bulldoze trick here on my palette. Smeared out on my paint quite a bit. Such a good keep using the paint trick. You get all your paint smushed out and you're using a flat palette, whether you're holding it or a piece of paper like I do so often. Just come through and act like a bulldozer with your knife. Give it a smush. You can rescue a lot of paint that way. Use it so you don't have to squeeze more out of the tube. Yeah, that big tree's going over there, right? Is that what we said? Yep. Nice load of dark. Little bigger tree. Nice highlight of snow on that tree in the middle there, don't you think? Before I'm going to put another one kind of half off the side there. To put some highlight between them sometimes just so they can kind of maintain their individuality. Just a little bit. Just give it a personality. Not too much. It also just sort of knocks off some of the it's trying to steal the show feel to me. I don't want it to do in a full landscape like this because we just want the whole picture to work together, you know? We just want it to stay connected enough that it's believable. At least that's what I'm thinking. Feels good. Any one thing is standing out way too bright. Let's grab ourselves a 1-inch brush. I'm going to do a different shape, real snowy highlighted bush here at the base of this, just to push a little of this back a little bit. Just to give it a new flavor up here at the front. It's too repetitive. I feel like I've done the same thing over and over and over again. I get frustrated by that feeling and I want to change it. So that's, I come through and do something like that. Don't have to do a lot of it. Don't have to do a lot of it. And it's pretty subtle there, isn't it? I mean, because that's white on white, so you don't get a lot of result from that. So there's not going to be tons of shadow. That's more just an idea over there that there's a lot of snow, in my opinion. We're going to put in a little, let's just put in a little frozen area here. And I think, gosh, we've gotten here to the front of the cabin, front of the painting. We're just about done. So we got a little dark on this, probably plenty. So let's just get in a little bit of cold looking reflection here in this guy's little bass pond. See what's happening. All these brushes I've used, I still don't have enough brushes. Gracious sakes. I mean, I have tons of brushes. I have almost an addiction problem of quantities of brushes. You might call an intervention for hoarding of brushes, but I don't bring them in here and set myself up for success. So let's soften this down some before we go sideways. If you go gentle, do it more than once if you need to. Remember, gentle is our friend. Gentle Ben is our friend. Oh, what a great show that was, Gentle Ben. Was it Gentle Ben the name of the show, or that was just the bear's name? Grizzly Adams, I think, was the show. Boy, there were a lot of cool animal shows when I was a kid. Flipper. And ooh, that's looking cold to me. Chilly, chilly, chilly. My goodness. I normally don't get any paint on me hardly at all when I paint. Sorry for the crackly plastic there of the baby wipe container, but I am going to get this paint off of me real quick. Let's see, how are we doing here? Oh, we're an hour and 9.5 minutes. Wow. A little longer than I thought we'd take, but that's okay. I like this one. Get ourselves kind of an edge to our water. Oh, I like how that reflection turned out. That just kind of leaves a lot to the mystery in my head. I do like that. I do. let's have what do you think would be there? Would it be a little brown for like a dirt shoreline? I kind of like that idea there. Kind of just a brown base to put a little beautiful highlight of snow on some of this. What do you think? Is that going to be all right there? It will be. We don't need a lot of it. Let's just put some. Just have some real subtle shoreline around some of this. Not the whole thing. Not the whole thing at all. Not the whole thing at all. Some fun highlight on that. Look nice and snowy. A little dirty snow maybe. Let's see, where do we want the furthest point? Let's have that back here. That are coming around side this way. Subtle, 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 just a kiss. We're going to put a snowy layer up top of that, I think. Yeah. I see where you're going. I see it. I see it. So, you know, sometimes I'm slow on the uptake. We've talked about that before. Don't rush off and leave me, but keep going. I'll follow. I'll get there with you. Most of the time. Most of the time. A little snowy outcropping, a little frozen area. Tuck one in there. Give it a go. Whatever you see, you can put in there. You decide. You decide. You decide. I think I may have bent a knife finally. It just felt different in my hand. It was kind of cool. Don't try that in class, please. I don't want a bunch of bent knives. Remember, just because you're coming down the canvas, don't change the angle. Keep that stroke horizontal for your water line. Quiet, still water. Flat to the horizon. At least on this planet. When you're from, that may not be the case, but on this planet, it is. I'm not saying you got to care that that's the case on this planet. Just in case you're new here. Let's take a step back. Give some thought to this. We're going to have one big frozen bushy thing here I want to do with the dark, so that'll kind of push that back. I'm going to sign it right there, and we're going to be done with this one. So we are just about there. Thanks for hanging with me on this one. This has been a lot of fun. I have enjoyed this. You know, as difficult as so many things have been this year, and I'm not going to sugarcoat that they haven't, but I am feeling better about stepping into the new year and looking for good again more actively, and just, you know, yeah, the sad stuff that's happened, those facts are going to be facts forevermore, but they don't have to shut me down every day. They don't have to define my every interaction with people, or just thoughts about the world, or what, you know, whatever the case is. I can still smile and laugh. That's okay. And then I may need to just walk off and cry for a while. So, you know, I'm just going to be okay with that. That's okay. I am okay. Wounded, hurt, but I'll heal. Don't we leave ourselves a little path for Bambi to come through down there, huh? Something like that. They could come down there and get a little drink of water. What do you think, your sugar? Bambi, you need some water, darling. Blam! Supper! I've never been deer hunting. I don't think I could pull the trigger. I'm certainly not anti-meat. I'm just soft. I'm glad people do. I've enjoyed venison many a time. I just don't think I'm not the hunter. I could cook it. I can definitely cook it if required. All right, let's do some signing and we're done. I like this one. This was fun. Oh, I meant to do some icicles. Let's do some icicles on a few parts of that cabin. Yep, sorry. I almost never do this, but man, I like doing that. Just a few then. Just a few. Just going to thin down a little white. Liquid white, actually. Very, very thin. Just a few places where there's some thick paint. Just bump it down. I often a little heavy-handed, so I'll come back with a clean brush. Touch a few of these places again, just soften them down a bit. That's just me. You may not like it that way, that's okay. Just soften them down a bit. And sometimes that sort of messes it up for me and I don't love it, but that's okay. Come back and just pull down a point or two. It'll kind of help them look more like snowy, melty things. There we go. Let's put a little fresher white, just a few spots, just to break up the monotony of that color we wound up with. Look like some fresh snow laying over the top layer. There's our snowy corner of the cabin. this over here on the side just for funsies. I like doing little things like this because it's just good practice for different delicacies in my hand. Just trying different things. Any kind of thing could happen over here, couldn't it? Cool. We're going to sign this thing. We're done. Snow on the roof. We decided on a fence. I like that. Glad we did something different there at the corner. And just taking some paint thinner and bright red. We'll sign this one down here. D-A-W. Let's just call this 12, 26, 25. Purple. 12, 26, 25. Purple. I love you. Have an awesome rest of the day. Thanks for hanging out with me. Let's zoom over here just to be front and center for a minute. See if we can get a good, nice landed picture for you, what that one looks like. See you soon.